Hello. Uh, I am going to talk about my chosen text, and which is The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde by Junot Diaz. Um, and one of my props is over there on the window. He doesn't want to come right now, but that is my cat, Oscar Wilde. I love the book so much that I named my cat after him, after the principal character. So I'm going to briefly tell you about, just in a nutshell, this book and why I recommend it. Um, it is the story of Oscar Wilde. He is an obese Dominican male who is extremely nerdy, ghetto nerd, as he's described in the book, and just sort of his trials and tribulations growing up, not having friends really, going to college, moving, to New Jersey with his family. So not fitting in with any group in particular. Lots of heartbreak, falling in love with women and girls who don't care about him or don't give him the time of day. But then there are other characters as well. Of course, there's the mother, Belly. There's Lola. There is Junior, who's kind of the cool, stereotypical cool Dominican machismo type. So it's one of the reasons I love this book is I like the multiple point of views from each character. You get a different experience and sort of showing that the immigrant experience is not just one way. Some people go to college, some people don't, some people have a hard time, some people are okay. And I think Junot Diaz does a really good job also of blending genres and styles. He references science fiction, comic books, pop culture all over the place, history. There's a lot about Trujillo. Some of the book takes place in the DR. During the dictatorship, and then they're in New Jersey, so you have a blending of cultures there. And there's also the fantastical. There's a mongoose that comes in and out, a magical mongoose, and you have to read the book to find out what's going on there. But yeah, one of the quotes I wanted to read that kind of ties into why I like this book so much is from Junot Diaz when he was on Fresh Air on NPR. And he says about the book, well, part of the thing that really interested me about the reading experience is that a lot of times we forget that a large portion of what we're reading we don't understand. We don't understand a word, we'll just skip over it and keep going. But it's like that a basic part of communication, unintelligibility. And so if you're an immigrant, you're so used to not being able to understand large chunks of any conversation, large chunks of the linguistic cultural codes. And part of what I was trying to get at when writing this book is that I wanted everybody at one moment to kind of feel like an immigrant, that there would be one language chain that you might not get, and that it was okay. So that quote resonates with me because there were parts that I didn't get. I did not grow up reading sci-fi or comic books, but it made me interested in them. It made me look them up. It made me read a biography on Wonder Woman. I don't know if I would have done that before. And I think the fact that he's not pushing or saying that we should all get everything, that, there will always be empathy, that's not realistic. What's realistic is that there are different people, different cultures, different languages, different likes and dislikes, and that's okay. But it all has to exist together in some space. And sometimes you need the fantastical to understand or get through the everyday and the real. And yeah, I think this book has just been really important to me. It's been an inspiration of the kind of work that I want to write, something that plays around but can also be serious and isn't just one thing, and that a lot of people can feel invited to enjoy, and sort of making a new canon and, not just being dead white guys. So I'm going to leave you with just a little bit of merengue from the DR, Fernando Villalona. It's called Tobacco y Ron, Tobacco and Rum, just to get you in the mood to read the book if you do decide to go and do that. I can safely say it changed my life for someone who feels not as much anymore because I'm older, but felt often out of sorts or out of place. It felt like coming home reading this book, and it helped me get through many hard times, and I think that's a very rare thing. So if you read the book, hope you enjoy it, and if you don't, I hope you read it at some point.
Para ti, Paloma, y con mucho cariño.
So, look at the music. And if you like it, it's on the Blackbird page, and you can listen to the whole thing.
Para la maravilla.
It's merengue, I don't know if I said that.
Tabaco y ron.
Porque mande, quien mande. Bueno, muchas gracias y nos vemos en el